Welcome to the class again. So let us continue to solve some more problems in this session. Okay, let us consider this example. So this is also an important question for 5 marks in part D. So let us read the problem here. A particle moves along a curve 6y is equal to x cube plus 2. So a curve is given here. Find the points on the curve at which, see, I underlined the sentence, y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as the x coordinate. So this is a question carrying 5 marks. So it belongs to applications of derivatives where rate of change of one quantity with respect to other quantity. So see here what is given here. First we have to write that given curve. Okay, given curve is 6y is equal to x cube plus 2. See, we have to find the points on this curve. See, points on this curve means those points what we are going to find at the end of this problem should satisfy this equation. Those are the points. That means we have to solve for x and y. So we have to make use of this condition here. Okay, so let us differentiate this with respect to x on both sides. Then what I will get 6 into, see, derivative of y with respect to x, that is dy by dx. Then differentiation of 3x square, that is 3x. That is derivative of x cube is what? 3x square by using the power rule. Derivative of 2 is 0. Then solve for this dy by dx, that is 3x square divided by 6. So okay, let me write it here only. So dy by dx is equal to, so if I cancel it, I will get what? X square divided by 2. See, also, so here we can also given that, see, underlined sentence, observe the underlined sentence. See, y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as the x coordinate. See, generally x coordinate and y coordinates are written as, see, what? X and y. So here both the coordinates are changing. So change in the coordinates means, change in the x coordinate means dx, change in the y coordinate means dy. So what is this relation? Y coordinate is changing, that is dy, 8 times as fast as the, see, 8 times as fast as the x coordinate is 8 times dx. So changes, change in the y coordinate, change in the x coordinate. So the same thing can be written as, bring this dx to the denominator, you will get this. See, dy by dx means what? This is x square plus, see, x square divided by 2. Substitute here. X square divided by 2, that is equal to 8. So solve for x. X square is equal to 16. So x is equal to plus or minus root 16. So we'll get x is equal to plus or minus 4. So I have to find out the points here. See, I will take, if x is equal to plus 4, then you consider this 6y is equal to, see, x cube. So put x is equal to 4. 4 cube plus 2, that will be what? 64 plus 2. So that is 6y is equal to 66, or y is equal to 66 by 6, that will be what? 11. So my first point is, the first point on the curve, that is, see, x coordinate is what? I have taken plus 4, I got y as 11. Then how do you find out the other coordinate? So if you take x is equal to minus 4, then 6y is equal to, see here, in place of x, you substitute minus 4. Minus 4 whole cube plus 2. That is minus 4 whole cube means sign will be negative. Minus 64 plus 2. So that will got minus 62. So 6y is equal to minus 62, or y is equal to minus 62 divided by 6. So if I cancel this, minus 21 divided by okay, 2, okay, 3, minus 21 divided by okay, minus 31. So we can cancel this here only. See, 2 3s are 6, then 2 1s are 2 3s are, that will be what? Minus 31 divided by 3. So the other point is, so you can write it here. So the another point is minus 4 comma minus 31 by 3. See, this one and this 4 comma 11. So these are the 2 points on this curve. Okay, so in this way we can apply the derivatives. So let us consider another example from the exercise. So the radius of an air bubble the radius of an air bubble is increasing at the rate of half centimeter per second. At what rate is the volume of the bubble increasing? Is the volume of the bubble increasing when the radius is 1 centimeter? When the radius is 1 centimeter. Okay, let me put the question mark. Okay, so let us read the problem. So this may be considered as question carrying 3 marks. Okay, see the radius, what is given here. So let's observe that the radius of an air bubble is increasing at the rate of half centimeter per second. Okay, at what rate is the volume of the bubble increasing when the radius is 1 centimeter? Okay, so the radius of an air bubble is increasing at the rate of half centimeter per second. So here, what is given here? See, radius is given. So radius means what? So we can denote it by small letter r. So radius of an air bubble is increasing means, so that is changing. So that we can write it as dr by dt. That is half centimeter per second. This is given here at the rate of half centimeter per second. See at what rate is the volume of the bubble? See here, the word is volume. So the word used is volume. See here, we have to think carefully. See, at what rate is the volume of the bubble? So that bubble, what is given here, at what rate is the volume of the bubble? So they are talking about volume of the bubble. See, volume of the bubble means there should have some space. Okay, that volume of the bubble means that bubble, what is the shape of that bubble? Is it circle? Is it sphere? Okay, so here we can easily say that here volume is given. That means that bubble must be of the shape of a sphere. Okay, so we have to use the volume of the sphere. Okay, in some of our previous examples we have used the formula for volume of the sphere. So volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. So we have to use that formula here. So at what rate is the volume of the bubble increasing means we have to find out. Okay, we have to find out. So volume. So if I denote volume by V, so I can find out, see, rate of change of volume, see, dV by dt when the radius is 1 centimeter. So this I have to find out. So I have to find out the rate of change of volume with respect to t. So dV by dt. Okay. So use the formula. What is the formula? We know that. See, volume of the sphere, the shape of the bubble is sphere. So 4/3 pi r cube. So we want to get dV by dt. So differentiate with respect to Ct. Then that will be what? dV by dt. We know this. Then this 4/3 pi, that thing is constant. See, we are differentiating this r with respect to t. So what is the derivative of r cube? That is 3r square into, by chain rule we have to differentiate this r, dr divided by this dt. Okay, so then this 3 get cancels. So we'll get 4 pi r square into this dr by dt. See, this dr by dt is what? Half. It is given in the problem as half. So once again I can cancel this 2. So that is 2 pi r square. That is dV by dt. So we have to find out dV by dt when the radius is 1 centimeter. So put 1 here, 2 pi into 1 square. So 1 square is 1 only. So 2 pi into 1, that will be what? 2 pi. So that is 2 pi. So we have found out rate of change of volume. So that means centimeter cube per second. So this will be the rate of change of volume, that is 2 pi centimeter cube per second. See, 1 square is 1, 2 pi into 1, that will be 1, 2 pi only. So you have to note down the solution carefully. So write the problem, first read the problem carefully, afterwards you can note down the solution. Okay, what is given here? See, radius of the air bubble is increasing. See, that means dr by dt is half. What we have to find out? At what rate is the volume? See, that is dv by dt. We have to find out dv by dt when the radius is 1 centimeter. So use this formula. So volume of the sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So let us consider another example. A balloon which always remains spherical has a variable diameter 3 by 2 into 2x plus 1. Find the rate of change of its volume. Find the rate of change of its volume with respect to x. Find the rate of change of volume with respect to x. So let us consider this example. So it is also can be considered as a question carrying 3 marks. Okay. So all these are exercise problems. So let us consider one by one. See, a balloon which always remains, once again it is spherical. That means volume of the sphere. We have to use the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. So spherical has a variable diameter. See, this is diameter. Diameter is given. So we have to find the rate of change of its volume with respect to x. So what is given here? See, diameter d, that is 3 by 2 into 2x plus 1. So diameter is given. We want what? Radius. Okay. So what is the relation between diameter and radius? So we know, so if diameter is given, so we can write the radius. So diameter is 3 by 2, 2x plus 1. Radius will be what? Half of the diameter. See, if diameter is 8 centimeter, then what will be the radius? Half of it. That is half into 8. That will be what? 4. So diameter is 3 by 2 into 2x plus 1 means radius will be what? Half of it. Half of this. That is half of the diameter. Half of the diameter. That is half into this. So my radius will be what? 3 divided by 4. 3 by 4 into 2x plus 1. So this will be the radius. So we have to find out rate of change of its volume with respect to x. So that is, we have to find rate of change of volume with respect to x, that is dv by dx. Okay, so that dv by dx, we have to find out that. So then, see, this is this we have to note down here. See, this is radius. Okay, we have to find out dv by dx. So to find out this dv by dx, we must know the formula for volume. So what is the volume of the sphere? So that, okay, we'll start from here only. So we know that, or we know we have volume is equal to, so volume of the sphere is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, see, differentiate with respect to, see, we want to get what? dv by dx. That means we have to differentiate with respect to x on both sides. So that will be what? dv by dx on the left hand side. Then we know on the right hand side is 4 by 3 pi is constant. Derivative of r cube is 3r square into, by chain rule, dr by dx. Okay. Then this 3 get cancels. So I get 4 pi r square. See, into this dr by dx. How can we get dr by dx? See, we have this radius here. So note down this 3 by 4 into 2x plus 1. Okay. So with the help of this, we can differentiate this with respect to x. So then I will get dr by dx. So on the left hand side, I get dr by dx. On the right hand side, this 3 by 4 is constant. See, derivative of 2x is what? Derivative of 2x is 2 into derivative of x with respect to x is 1. So that will be what? 2 into 1, 2 only. Derivative of 1 is 0. So that is this. That will be what? That is what? This 6 by 4. Okay. So that is 3r square. Okay, you can write this as 3 2s are 6. Okay, 2 3s are 2 2s are. That will be what? 3 by. See here, 3 by 2. So that is this dr by dx. So we can take this into, see, this dr by dx is what? This is what? 3 by 2. So this I can write it dv by dx. So you can make rough work of this. Okay, so I have substituted dr by dx as 3 by 2. So I can cancel this. So we get dv by dx is equal to, so that is 2 into 3, that is 6 pi, see 6 pi r square. Okay, see 3 into 2, 6 pi r square. So we can substitute for radius here. See, we know the radius here. So radius is what? 3 by 4 into 2x plus 1. So I can still make the simplification here. See, 6 pi, I read it as it is, into this r square. So what is the r here? See, this r is, I replace here, that is 3 by 4 into 2x plus 1, this whole square. So I have substituted r value of r radius. So that is 6 pi into, so this 3 by 4 whole square means 9 by 16 into, so I can square this one also. Okay, see 2x plus 1 whole square. Then 3 by 4 whole square means 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So then so I can cancel this 2 3s are 2 8s are. So 3 into 9, that is 27 divided by, I will, okay, 27 pi. I will write this 8 as it is, then I will write this thing as it is, 2x plus 1 whole square. So this is rate of change of volume with respect to x, that is 27, see 9 3s are 27 pi divided by 8 into this 2x plus 1 whole square. So 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So 2x plus 1 whole square, I have to square both these, this whole square, this whole square. So after cancelling and multiplying this, 27 pi divided by 8 into 2x plus 1 whole square. So this is the rate of change of volume with respect to x. See, rate of change of volume with respect to x. Okay, let me take up another example here. Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. The falling sand forms a cone on the ground in such a way that the height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the base. 1/6 of the radius of the base. Okay. See how fast is the height of the sand cone is increasing when height of the sand cone is increasing when the height is 4 centimeter. Okay, this is also question carrying 5 marks. So by seeing this question, it looks it looks like very difficult question, but we have to read the problem carefully. Okay, afterwards we can simplify it. See, first let us observe the question what is given here. See, sand is pouring from a pipe. So here, okay, sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. So this rate is given at which the sand is pouring from the pipe. See, this sand is pouring means, so it is falling on the ground in such a way that, see here, height of the cone is always, see, height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the base. That means it forms, see, falling sand. This falling sand forms the shape of the cone. Okay, this falling sand forms the shape of the cone, and it satisfies this condition. See, height of the cone. See, this solid given here is cone. So we must be aware of that volume of the cone. Okay. So we have to use the formula for volume of the cone as we used in our previous examples. Volume of the sphere, area of the circle, circumference of the circle. Okay. So height of the cone. See, this height of the cone. Okay, height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the base. That is given. Then what we have to find out, how fast is the height of the sand cone is increasing. Height of the sand cone is increasing when the height is 4 centimeter. Okay. So here first let us observe what is given here. See, given solid is here cone. So let us give the notations here. So let V is what? Volume of the cone, and okay, sand is, see, pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. So let us denote this. Then let us take this. See, height of the cone. So H is, say, height of the cone. Okay. Then see, height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the base. That is, R is, let me take this as radius of the base of the cone. So this falling sand forms a cone. So another relation is, see, cone is, see, the height of the cone is always equal to, so it is given in the problem that, see, height of the cone, that is H, we have taken height, denoted this height as HC. Height of the cone is 1/6 of the radius of the base. That means 1/6 of the radius. See, 1/6 times R, 1/6 of the radius of the base. So this relation is given in the problem. So I can cross multiply this. 6H is equal to R. I can make use in doing the problem here. So height of the cone is 1/6 of the radius of the base of the cone. So this relation is given. So I underline the sentence here. Okay, so read the first sentence. Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. Okay, then what is this 12 centimeter cube per second? Okay, see this sand is falling on the ground. Okay, so the rate at which it is falling, that is, so after falling it forms a shape of the cone. Okay, so that means, so cone is formed means that we have to consider that there is a volume. Okay, so that is this. See this sentence, sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second means also given in the problem that is rate of rate at which fall sands. That means dV by dt. See, dV by dt, that is given as 12 centimeter cube per second. So this is very, very important here. Okay, dV by dt given as 12 centimeter cube per second. See, rate of change of volume with respect to time. Okay, falling sand. So what we have to find out? Read the last sentence. We have to find. See, how fast is the height of the sand? What is the height of the sand? H. That is, we have to find out dH by dt. So when the height is 4 centimeter, so h is equal to 4. So we have to find dH by dt. Okay. See, all these things are very, very important. After reading the problem, we can write this. So height is 1/6 of the radius of the base. Then dV by dt is this 12 centimeter cube per second. We have to find out, see how fast is the height of the sand cone is increasing when the height is 4 centimeter. So we have to first write all these things. Then what is the formula we are going to use here is, see, volume of the cone. Volume of the cone. So let us recall. Know that, see, volume we have denoted it as V, volume of the cone. See, volume of the cone and volume of the cylinder. Okay, volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. See, volume of the cylinder is what? Pi r square h. This pi r square is what? Base. So area of the base of the cylinder, that can write it as BH, B into H. So this is volume of the cylinder. So volume of the cone will be 1/3 of this. That means I can attach this 1/3. So what is the volume of the cone? 1/3 of the cylinder. 1/3. See, pi r square h. This is the volume of the cone. So we must use this formula. 1/3 pi r square h, where h is height of the cone, r is radius, and v is volume. So we got three quantities: so volume, radius, and h. We used to have only two. Okay, only two variables, x and y. That's why this relation helps here. See, r is equal to 6h. So we can substitute r is equal to 6h before differentiating this. See, 1/3 pi, okay, r. I can replace this r by c, 6h. So instead of r, I will write 6h here. That is 6h whole square into h. So I will substitute here 1/3 pi into 6h whole square. 6 square is 36. H square into h, that is will be what? H cube. H square into h, that is h cube. Then I can cancel this. That is 12 pi h cube. This will be what? V. Before differentiating, I have simply simplified this expression. Now I can differentiate this. See, now I will differentiate. See, observe carefully. Differentiate with respect to. See, we have to find out what? See, dV by dt. See, dV by dt is given. We have to find out what? dH by dt. Okay, we have to find out dH by dt. See, observe that h on the right hand side, v on the left hand side. So we have to differentiate with respect to t on both sides. So we will get what? dV by dt on the left hand side. 12 pi is constant. Write it as it is. So derivative of h cube is what? 3h square by power rule into this chain rule. So derivative of h with respect to t. See, observe with the dH by dt. 3h square into dH by dt. So then, see, dV by dt is what? 12 centimeter cube per second. That is 12 centimeter per second. That is the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. So on the left hand side, you can substitute 12. Okay, this dV by dt. Then this is equal to 12 3s. I will multiply this. See, 36 pi h square into, I will write this dH by dt as it is. Okay. So let me continue here. So we'll continue here. See, 12 is equal to this one. Observe this. So we have to find out this. See, okay, we'll write this. So 12 on the left hand side. So the coefficient of dH by dt, this whole thing, we can write it in the denominator. That is 36 pi h square. Then on the right hand side, dH divided by dt. Then I can cancel it. 12 1s are 12 3s are. So I get what? 1/3 3 pi h square is equal to dh by dt. Okay, see, we have to find out dh by dt when height is 4 centimeter. So that is, therefore dh by dt when h is 4 centimeter. So I can substitute, see, 1 by 3 pi, since this h is 4 square, that is 1 by that is 3 pi into 16. So that will be what, 1 by 48 pi. Therefore dh by dt is equal to 1 by 48 pi. See, rate of change of height. Okay, this is centimeter per second. So this is the problem. Okay, so that is centimeter per second. See, 1 by 48 pi centimeter per second. Okay, so here we have found out the rate of change of height, dh by dt. Okay, when h is equal to 4, that will be what, 1 by 48 pi centimeter per second. So in this way we can make use of the derivatives, rate of change of one quantity with respect to other quantity. So you list down all the problems in your notebooks. So we shall continue in the next class.